Welcome back to my channel. It is Sean of Zariah's Creations, and today I'm going to share with you guys how I made my cash envelope. Now, many of you have already gotten your stimulus check, or you may be getting ready to receive it. Now, what I want to encourage you to do is to save and allocate your dollars and cents. And so one way to do that is to create a budget system for your life, for your stimulus check, and create a container or storage where you can allocate the different dollars. I showed you guys this in another video, but I will definitely go over it again. And I created this using some laminate, some decorative paper, some Velcro dots, and maybe some tape. I don't know. We're going to figure this out because I definitely forgot to write it all down. So here I have the cover, and I use my cinch to bind it all together with these wires. So this is the cover, and it stands alone. And then inside I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different envelopes. I have a Velcro closure, and there is an opening where you can put your dollars. Now, I actually don't carry physical money, and I stopped doing that even before the coronavirus had hit. But should I need to, that is where I will put my dollars. Now, here I have my line going all the way up to the top where I can't see unless I open it if I have money in it. But I may do the other ones not coming up so I can just automatically see it. So these are just some square Velcro dots that I got from the Dollar Tree. And you don't have to Velcro your pockets. I don't know why I did it. I just did it. But you don't have to Velcro. You can just leave it. You can Velcro your cover, which I do suggest so that it stays intact. And then you have your pockets. Now, the point is not to be going in and out of it, so you won't be tearing it up. And I have a ribbon enclosure. So I have one more left in the shop. Actually, this is the only one I have left in the shop. I'm going to add some more. And so you can check the shop, the Etsy shop, periodically. I'm going to do one on camera, and then it'll go up in the shop probably today. All right, so let me tell you what you need. You're going to need a piece of paper or cardstock so that you can create your template. You're going to need some decorative paper, and I have already cut mine out. But some decorative paper, this one is 5 that I already cut. You can do as many as you want. I need my paper trimmer. And here I have a fist guard paper trimmer, and I love it because it has a cheat sheet wire that lets you know exactly where you are cutting. Possibly a pair of scissors. I'll pull my cinch machine up later and like some kind of coil bindings. I won't be using this one, but as soon as I get to it, I'll pull out the one that I need. Some laminate paper. You can use 3mm or 5mm. It's up to your choosing. And what else? Oh, some Velcro sticky. Great. Velcro. And I'll leave a link in the description for some of my items down below. All right. And you need a pen or pencil, something to write with. So my envelopes are 3 by 3 by 3. So 9 inches. And actually, let me start with cutting it at the 9. And so you can make this cut, and actually let me just do And I'll tell you guys the full measurements in a moment of what I used. Just want to be sure. We are at 9 inches in height and 7 inches, supposed to be 7 inches. So 9 by 7. So this should be 9 by 7. And this is just my template. All right, 9 inches that way and that way. And then 7 inches this way and this way. All right, and so now what we want to do is you just cut off your angles, cut them off wherever you want. I just want to keep mine and you can adjust them to however way you want. Because now that I'm looking at it, I may cut it down even shorter because I see I had it cut. And you can use your scissors for this part if you don't have a paper trimmer. And if you don't have like measuring, once you cut off one side, you can always take the first corner that you cut and then just cut along that way. So that's a little cheat for you to make sure that you have it even. Is just use your first and then cut it. So now here you have your angles, and mine is looking kind of funny and wonky. Oh, a scoreboard. And you don't have to have a scoreboard. You can fold it. A lot of times I just fold it up to where the point is, or you can fold it lower so that you can actually see if you have money in it before you even like go through it. And I think I'm going to cut some more off here. So I think I want to see if I have money in it. But when I do my other fold, it'll be right here at that point. All right, so let me go back to this. And like I said, you can do whatever size you want. I just need to keep the size that I have. Scissors. And then when I fold, I'm going to fold right at the point. And so for that, I am going to use my my scoreboard because I'm not good at that. So here is my scoreboard. Right, so I have my scoreboard, and this scoreboard is from AFFLIATE. Oops, sorry guys. And I'll leave a link for this down below as well. This is not the bone. This is not the score tool that goes with this. It's actually yellow. But I failed to locate it. So I just want to do a score line here from point to point. Actually, is that point to point? No, because my point is over here. Alright, so from point to point, then that way it'll fold. And it'll fold like this. Alright, so now you have your envelope. So this is your template here. And so let's go back to see what size I actually cut. And I apologize, guys. I was probably tweaking it. So I did 8.5. So, yep, 8.5. So let me cross this out. 8.5. All right. So now you have your template to cut out your decorative paper that you can get from Michael's, Joann's, Hobby Lobby. You can get decorative paper off of Amazon even, and boom. All right. So now we are set to go. So the first thing I'm going to do is do my scores and my folds on all of my sheets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll score those. I'll speed it up so I don't bore you too much. I'll fold them up, and then what we'll do is, let's see, are we going to throw them? I'm not going to throw them through the laminator. I'm actually going to do it without, but you can laminate. If you laminate with the pocket open so that you'll be able to laminate well. And these I need to laminate all over again because they came loose. So, and it's been sitting around for a while. Alright, so let me just do my scoring and my folding really quick. Alright, so what I did was I trimmed this one just a little bit. I trimmed the sides. I trimmed the sides. So now what I want to do is I want to seal my sides. So with 1/8, I believe this is 1/8 double-sided tape, I am just going to seal the sides to make sure the money doesn't come out. I'm just using a tool just to pull up the tape. That way you can put your money right in there. So now I have all 4 sealed. I wish I could find those mini dots. All right, so we're just gonna go with these Velcro ones. And so what I like about the package is they have the soft part here on the bottom, and then they have the Velcro-y part at the top. And I'm doing 5, and these are 5, so that's pretty cool. And so I just take one, I put it on top of the other. Then I find a nice center place. Let's move it out the way. A nice center spot, and I have the harder Velcro on the bottom. And that's just my preference. I don't know if there's a right or a wrong way to do that. And then I stuck it on there, and then I just pressed it down. So boom, number 1 is done. Let's go on to the next. My 5 pockets together. Now it's time to bring out the cinch and put the holes in it. And so these measure out from the thickness pretty much 3 inches across. 3 inches across. So when you do your, when you laminate your cover, you still want to cut it at 3 inches, because when you laminate it, you're going to cut it down to like a 1/4 inch on each side. 1/4 inch on each side by the time it's finished laminating. If you're not going to laminate your cover, then just do like 3.5 so that you're covering your books. All right, so let me get the cinch. So this is my cinch, the Heidi Swap cinch, where I can do my coil binding. Let's see. I have a new tripod, guys, and it is totally movable. So every time I touch the desk, maybe I'll just switch to my other one. All right, so I just switched back to my regular tabletop tripod. I want to make sure you guys can see all of this. There we go. All right, so we have our prongs here, and on the bottom it tells us where we want to, let's see, I don't know which way this is gonna go, so let me hold it up here. So our whole thing is 7 inches. Let me just double check. 7 inches. So we want to go to the 7, and it's telling us on our second pass we're going to pull out the number 2 clip. So you can either, if you don't want to follow this way, you can just center, because it has a center button. You can either just center it, or you can do it the way that they actually have it and intended for us to use it. So the first pass, you're going to push this all the way in, have it all the way in. Can you see that? Have it all the way in. All right. And then you'll stick this in and punch your holes. Now what I'm doing is, to give room, I'm opening up. And you could do this before you Velcro. I didn't. Don't ask me why. I just didn't. So I'm going to push it all the way in, so it's all the way flat up against that, and then it's all the way flat up on the inside. I'm gonna push it down to punch my hole. And be careful, because I just put my finger under here in the back, and it actually comes down. All right, and then I'm gonna open it up, pull this out, and you see your holes. I'm gonna pull out my number 2. I'm going to insert and lock it in on my second hole here. I'm actually going to pull out 3 too, and then I'm going to punch. Bam. My holes are perfectly across. Push them back in. Push that back in. And now let's complete the rest. So we're gonna, don't put this too far back because you're gonna need it momentarily. All right, so we got all 5 with the holes. And now let's work on our cover. And at this point, you can heat up your laminator. And we're gonna cut 3 by 7. Because remember, once we add it into the laminator, it's going to make it 3.5. So, which is gonna cover. And you can even do, add a quarter if you want. If you want full coverage, you could do 3 1/4, 7 1/4 if you want to ensure. But I want to stick to 3 by 7 because it makes it easier for the cinch. All right, so first thing, and I love this paper. This paper came from, let me show you the paper pack. And this is from Michael's. This is the paper pack, Craft Smart paper pad, Fabulousness, and I guess that's in French. All right, 12 by 12 is what I am using, but I am going to do 3. Where's my 3? My 3 is here. And because I'm doing another one in this very same pattern, I'm just going to cut out 4 at the 3-inch mark. And what I should have done was cut at the 7 first so I can keep the bottom, but that's okay. All right, and then our laminate is going to give us an extra added 1/2 inch. Sorry for the refrigerator noise, guys. I had, I don't know if you guys have been, how long you guys have been watching. I had to get a new refrigerator because my refrigerator went out, and we got one from a secondhand store. It's smaller than what I'm used to having, but it's also louder. Makes a lot of noise. Oh, and I know what I could use for that. Makes a lot of noise. So, my apologies. I'm fighting between the refrigerator and my son, getting him to stay quiet. Another hard task. All right, so I have my 4, one for the front, 1 for the back, 1 for the front, 1 for the back. I have my 4, and now I'm going to insert it into my laminate. My Scotch laminator that I've managed to break, and I popped the backing of it. Don't ask me how. So when I use it, actually stick something under it. Oh, and now it's ready. Yay! Again, more noise. Apparently, life is about noise. I hear the birds chirping, lawnmowers going. Hopefully that's a sign that summer is coming. one thing I like to do is once they come through the laminate, I just like to go over the border while it's warm, just to make sure that the air pockets are sealed. All right, so y'all probably talking about something. Why is she fast forwarding this again? This video was almost an hour and a half long between me stopping, starting, looking for stuff. But I just wanted to make this part short. So I'm just cutting it down so that the border around the actual cardstock is only going to be 1/4 inch on each side, on all 4 sides, so that I can punch the holes in it and place it over the cover of all the envelopes here. All right, so now they are all trimmed down, and I'm going to pull out my cinch. I am going to place holes on the left-hand side of them and get it into the binding. Now, I did do a little boo-boo in here, but I edited that part out because I forgot to add 1/4 inch back to the surrounding or the border of each of the covers. So you won't get to see that part. Just gave myself that 1/4 inch. And then I'm going to go back to, what was it? Pulling out the number 2. As well as the number 3. And boom, got it. And it's okay if the envelope is showing through there because it's still covered. So that's how we gotta do it. All right. So what did I say? We'll push these both back in. Gave myself that 1/4 inch. Flat back. Punch. Open. So I did my 2 and my 3. I have a couple holes that did not puncture, and I'll just cut those out. They're almost, they're like right there. You just need a little help. And it could have just been because I felt like it was so easy to punch that I didn't give it force. All right. Yes, and my holes are even. Great, which means my holes will be even. There. So, it's time to do our coils. And I apologize, guys. There are more tools. Now, if you don't have, like, what's it called? I did the same thing. Not double-sided. I'm glad I have extra, because here's what I did. Here is what I did. I'll show you guys in a second. What I did is, when you're using the cinch, when you're cutting your... Oh, actually, I'm good with this. I'm good. Coils, if you don't have a cinch, you can do this with your hands. Oh, jewelry tools. This is what I was going to say. If you don't have jewelry tools, you can use your scissors. It might just take a little extra to cut them, to cut the wire part, but that's okay. All right, so here are the envelopes. I'm going to put them on one by one. one by one, name by name. I'm too churchy. That's a little church cliche. Then I am going to put my top cover and then my bottom. Now it's pushing up against this, but that's okay because we're going to cut it. Can you see what I'm cutting? Oh. Sorry guys. And the handle's in the way. So we're going to cut it anyway. And I'll put this one on upside down backwards. So let me get my tool because it's starting to get in the way. So this is just a jewelry wire cutter tool, and you don't have to have one of these. Like I said, you can use scissors, but I wanted to cut it because it was starting to get in my way. And then everything shifted. So am I starting this all over? No, just getting these back on. I should have put them all on. Just double check, make sure that you have. And mine is at a, right now I had it at 3/4 because I was working on something. Make sure you have your right size. I have it at a 1/2 inch. And how am I going to do this so that you guys can see it? I'm just going to place it under here, but you got to make sure everything is in the rings. So I'm swinging it in the middle. And then I'm going to hold here, put them in all together. Watch your fingers. Don't do what I'm doing. Watch your fingers. Press down. So what I found after numerous tries, guys, is that I ended up turning the knob to the lesser size. So the one that was right next to a 1/2 inch, and that closed it better. Let me just move this. All right, so I have a EK tool that has a hole punch like this. And so I'm just going to guesstimate, not even guesstimate, because halfway it'd be like 7 3/4 maybe. I'm just going to punch a hole so I can put a ribbon inside. And I'm going to try to punch the hole where the paper is so that I'm not tearing up my laminate. Alright, so what I did here was I opened it back up so that the covers are back to back so that I can match up my holes. And so see, there's the hole. I'm gonna put this right here and punch so that my ribbon will be in the same spot. And so this one is my first one. And I'll tie a ribbon here. What I did not check to see is if I had any matching ribbon prior to starting this video. Ribbon, although this is cute. I'm going to put this one on for now, and then if I need to change it, I will. So cut the length to your desire. Now this I probably won't keep because there's a lot of glitter. Glitter. And now you can tie it closed, make a bow. Yeah, this, I'm not going to keep this one on there, but just for now, until I come up with an actual ribbon that I like. This is the ribbon temporarily. All right, so I finally done. All right, guys, so that is it. Don't forget to leave me a comment down below. Let me know, how do you save your physical cash bills, if you use a cash envelope or if you just use a brown envelope to save your money, or if you just leave it in the bank like I do. Go through it one more again. This is my ribbon. When you're taking it out, you're going to take only one side of the ribbon out so it stays intact. And this can fit in your wallet, it can fit in your book bag or whatever, but I like the laminate cover to protect the inside. And honestly, I think I like the paper envelopes more so better than these laminated ones, because you're going in and out of them, and I see it started to pull on the laminate. So I will probably start making these with just the laminate cover and then the paper inside. So here is all that glitter from the ribbon that I'm actually going to take out. I have my envelope 1. These are super cute. Envelope 2. Envelope 3. Envelope 4. And envelope 5. And then the back cover. Alright guys, so these will be in my Etsy shop. Make sure you head over to Zariah's Creations Co. on Etsy so that you can purchase or make your own. If you make your own, please tag me in your pictures on Instagram and on, I think Facebook has a way to tag someone. Tag me on Instagram as well as Facebook. Make sure you click that like and subscribe button down below to be the first to know when there's a new video posted to this channel. And until next time, be well, peace, blessings, and much love. See ya.